Hi, hello, welcome to Kleschka Picks, week number 8. Behind me, I usually have my TV with a picture or a meme related to football, but this week, I'm putting my brand new Alvin Kamara jersey back there. Take a look. What do you think? This man helped me win fantasy last week. Thank you, Alvin Kamara. But he did beat my Seahawks, so I refuse to wear it. Maybe I'll wear it next week. I am going to go a little faster with my picks this week because I got a lot of videos I'm working on and I'm excited to get posted. So we're just going to kind of ease it out this week with Kleschka Picks. Starting with the Thursday game, Packers and Cardinals. The Packers beat the football team last week. Aaron Rodgers had a nice, easy game. Wasn't too much of a struggle for him. And the Cardinals, they didn't struggle at all against the Texans. Big, huge victory over the Texans. This week could have been a better matchup. It's a little disappointing because Devontae Adams and a few other players ended up with COVID. They will not be playing in this game, and I think that gives Arizona a full, wide open door to go out there with the offense they have, being the only undefeated team. Kyler Murray playing like an MVP. I think this is a big opportunity for them, and I think they will beat the Packers in this game with Kyler Murray going off and Aaron Rodgers without a couple weapons. I think the Cardinals beat the Packers 30-27. Rams and Texans. The Texans didn't really turn the ball over much last week. They were just kind of meh. They just didn't do enough. They barely did anything. The Rams, they played the Lions. They got a victory. My boy Cooper Kupp continuing to dominate. Man, I love having that man on my fantasy team. And the Rams offense is looking scary. Matthew Stafford, seems like he was the key. And this week, it should be pretty easy for him to beat the Texans with that offense. I think the Rams beat them 33-7. 49ers and Bears. The 49ers lost to the Colts. Jimmy Garoppolo turning the ball over. The offense not really going full octane. Oh my goodness. Talk about struggling. Justin Fields turned over the ball a lot. Interceptions, fumbles. And I'm hearing word around social media that they weren't all entirely his fault. Like there were reasons why he got led to turnovers. But who knows? This week, I predict the Bears' struggles to continue. I feel like there's something going on with management and coaching that is making the whole situation worse. I think the 49ers can bounce back against the Bears, so give me them winning 24-13. Dolphins and Bills. The Bills are freshly rested. They just had their bye week, and that is scary because they've been performing like one of the best teams in the NFL this year, offensively and defensively. The Dolphins, they lost to the Falcons last week. Tua had a good game, but it was not enough. This week, I don't think the Dolphins can keep up with the Bills. I don't think it's going to be one punch here, one punch there. I think it's just going to be Bills punch, 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 and the Dolphins are just going to have to suffer. I think they will cause Miami to struggle, and I think Buffalo wins 31-20. Bengals and the Jets. The Jets lost to the Patriots last weekend. They didn't just lose. They were absolutely destroyed, and the Bengals went off against the Ravens. The Bengals have been looking good with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. That duo is looking great. This week should be a good game for them. I would not be surprised if we see them both go off again. And the Jets just looking like a pee-wee football team. I think the Bengals absolutely smack them 37-10. Panthers and Falcons. I think it'll be close, but I think the Falcons come up on top again 27-23. Eagles and Lions. The Eagles lost to the Raiders. It wasn't the worst game for Jalen Hurts, but they took an L either way. They just cannot keep up with that offense. And the Lions, I don't know what they were doing last week, but they were shocking the world. They were pulling out everything, onside kicks, fake punts, and it was working. It was a close game for a lot of that game against the Rams. I think the Eagles really can lean into Jalen Hurts this week against the Lions. I know I said they probably shouldn't put so much workload on him, but I think the workload that he'll do this week will be fine against the Lions. So give me the Eagles beating the Lions 24-20. Steelers and Browns. The Steelers just had their bye week and they've learned their lesson. The beginning of the season, they were trying to attack with Ben Roethlisberger, and they're like, Ben is kind of old and we have a lot of young guys. We should use them. Najee Harris, they started leaning into him more. Ben loves Deontay Johnson. He feeds that man targets all day. Browns, they won against the Broncos, surprisingly, because they have so many injuries. I don't know what the state of all those injuries are for this week. Even if they are coming back, how healthy are they really? I don't know. I think the Steelers, and plus the Steelers got that good defense too. So I think the Steelers beat the Browns 23-16. Titans and Colts. I told y'all about the Colts. Ever since Carson Wentz came back from injury a couple weeks ago, he has looked good, and he did it again, beating the 49ers. Titans, they almost gave me a heart attack because Patrick Mahomes is my quarterback, and they absolutely smacked him around, and the offense did very good for the Titans, and it really was an embarrassing game for the Chiefs. Will Patrick Mahomes return to the status that we all know? They have looked so good. Derrick Henry is looking unstoppable as always, and with the rest of the offense just having to do the minimum with Derrick Henry carrying the load, I think it'll be easy for the Titans. I think they beat the Colts 27-20. Chargers and Patriots. The Patriots destroyed, demolished, ripped apart, threw it into the dump. Yeah, they did that to the Jets. They went off. The Chargers had a bye week, and they're all freshly rested. They needed that bye week. I still think they can get to Mac Jones, get in his head, and I think that Justin Herbert will succeed against this Patriots defense. So give me the Chargers winning 30-24. The Buccaneers and the Saints. The Buccaneers got a win against the Bears, canceling that whole team's life subscription. They went off. Tom Brady just doing his thing. The Saints beat my Seahawks, and man, that game was just a game of who is going to be worse between Geno Smith and Jameis Winston. It ended up being Geno Smith. I miss Russell Wilson so much. We need you right now. We got to hit the panic button. Tom Brady doing Tom Brady things in Tampa Bay. I think it's an easy victory for the Buccaneers, beating the Saints 28-14. Football team and Broncos. Football team will succeed, and I think they beat them 26-17. Seahawks and Jaguars. The Jaguars were on a bye week last week, and the Seahawks, we just talked about them, they lost to the Saints. Geno Smith has no idea what clutch is this week. I think we actually have a chance, honestly. We know the Jags offense is struggling. So if we can just make them struggle, if we can get Trevor Lawrence off balance and make him nervous, put the pressure on him, and the Seahawks just get scoring early, I think we can beat them. So I think the Seahawks beat the Jags 20-17. Cowboys and Vikings. The Vikings were on a bye week last week, and the Cowboys were also on a bye week last week. Dak Prescott is impressing everybody coming back from his injury. Zeke is looking like the old Zeke, and all the weapons there are having fun. The defense is looking tremendous. Trayvon Diggs looking like the defensive player of the year, and I think with all that, it doesn't even matter what the Vikings throw at the Cowboys. So give me the Cowboys beating the Vikings 33-23. Chiefs and Giants. Patrick Mahomes, he had probably one of the worst weeks of his NFL career last week, taking that L to the Titans. The Giants, they got that win over the Panthers. I don't know, they pulled it off. And this is going to be interesting because Mahomes has been struggling. I feel like this is a good team for him to get back on track, but he's going to have to prove it. I think he can. Mahomes is literally, he's won a Super Bowl. He's been to another Super Bowl. He knows how to turn this around. At least I hope he does. Please, you're my fantasy quarterback. I need you. They got way better talent than the Giants. The Giants are suffering injuries, and I think this is the game where Mahomes returns to form and beats the Giants 27-21. If you made it to the end of this Kleschka Picks, leave a comment down below of your fantasy football team name. And if you don't play fantasy football, tell me what you think has been the biggest surprise so far in the NFL season. Like the video, subscribe, tell your mom, your dad, your grandma, grandpa, your pets, your friends, your brother, sister, your aunt, or uncle, everybody you know, and your local principal to subscribe. I got this. You got this. We all got this. I will see you next time.